The Stanley Cup Final is a golden opportunity to show people from all over the world what Colorado has to offer.
And it comes at the perfect time as the state's tourism industry rebounds from the toll of the pandemic.
Tonight, Denver 7's Russell Haythorne is giving us a 360 view of the efforts to bring visitors back to colorful Colorado.
Few states have a reputation quite like colorful Colorado.
Get your camera ready.
Colorado is on the bucket list of so many Americans.
This is one of the most dynamic and vibrant states.
No matter if it's business travel or meetings or leisure.
We come up here to see a show at Red Rocks.
We want to inspire people to come to Colorado because we can recommend them to particular attractions, excursions, or experiences that they might not have thought about.
The State Tourism Office captures Colorado's beauty perfectly in a new campaign called Shine a Little Brighter.
Colorado. Come to life.
Tim Wolf is the director of the Colorado Tourism Office, or CTO, and says while tourism is a lifeblood, travel revenues took a huge hit during COVID, down from $24 billion in 2019 in Colorado to $15 billion in 2020.
Tourism was this, and then it got to this.
But it is bouncing back.
All the signs are pointing in the right direction right now.
We're going 360, starting with Patrick Pahlke, Chief Marketing and Commercial Officer for Sage Hospitality.
What we've really focused on during the last 2 years is to amp up the experiential part at our properties.
Come take a look.
Sage's Raleigh Hotel directly across from Coors Field is a prime example of that, pairing America's pastime with overnight stay in Lodo.
Game days around here, there's just this buzz of energy. It's just like electric. Everything kind of Colorado rolled into one.
It certainly worked on Jason and Julie Gilmore from Tulsa.
She talked me into buying the purple shirt.
They came for a concert and are now catching a ball game, too.
So we just literally came downstairs and bought some t-shirts.
Pahlke says the leisure traveler is back, but business is still down. Some experts say 30%, which is why the state is ramping up tourism spending.
It is so encouraging to see that, both entities, the state of Colorado and the city of Denver, are prioritizing tourism spending again.
The state plans to sink an additional $9 million into tourism this year and next.
We were cooped up without our social interactions, and so now we want to go be social and be engaged. Revenge travel is huge right now.
We caught up with Christian Hardigree at Metropolitan State University of Denver's spring graduation. The dean of the School of Hospitality says Colorado needs to strike while the iron's hot and capitalize on pent-up demand.
I think we have to think about the folks who don't know about Colorado. We're trying to bring in new people. We're not trying to sell to people already sold.
She's 100% right.
Colorado is greatly outspent on tourism marketing by other states, including California, Arizona, Michigan, and Florida, to name a few.
The budgets and the campaigns from these other states are becoming extremely aggressive.
California, for example, spends about $195 million on tourism campaigns compared to Colorado's $20 million annually, about 10 times more.
Arizona's 3 times more, Wyoming is more.
So the more they invest in, the more we need to, or they're going to take our travelers away from us.
Moffat County says spend it.
There isn't a country in the world that doesn't invest in trying to get people to come and visit them. Why? Because people leave money behind when they come and play.
Tom Kleinschnitz heads up tourism in Moffat County, home of Dinosaur National Monument.
Who doesn't like dinosaurs? The topography in that spot will just take your breath away. And the Yampa River goes right through the middle of our county. It's the most beautiful river in the state of Colorado, in my view. It is certainly the most natural.
But there's also pushback amongst some who say Colorado doesn't need any more tourists than it already attracts.
The community of Steamboat has actually given direction to our chamber to cut back on marketing for tourism.
Linda Cullen is the owner of Chez New, a women's store in Steamboat. She, for one, enjoys the crowds, but also believes there must be a balance. Many residents say it's simply hard to get around during peak travel periods.
It creates infrastructure problems just for the locals. We always joke about they come in and want to lock the gate at the bottom of the pass.
It's a great point, and we certainly have a lot of visitors.
Wolf agrees with Cullen. His team even created Do Colorado Right, a new campaign to encourage responsible travel, like being kind to waitstaff as the restaurant industry battles unprecedented staffing shortages.
That's how you do Colorado right.
Wolf says international travel to Colorado is also still down about 50% as of the first quarter of 2022.
And those are really high value and high paying guests that come and spend in retail and restaurants, and they also stay longer, and they stay on those shoulders, those Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, which are needed times for the mountains and the ski industry.
Time will tell if it's all money well spent. Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.